How's it going, everyone? Tyler from LMR here, and today we are back with part 2 of our new edge project, Keeping Comp. If you haven't checked out episode 1 of this project, I would highly suggest checking it out to get the background of the car and to find out what we plan on doing with this car. As you saw in episode 1, this car is going to need some body work and a fresh coat of paint. Over the last 16 years, the Texas sun has definitely taken its toll on the car, and it looks to have suffered a few dents and scratches along the way. While it may seem like a daunting task, it is nothing we can't save. With some body work and a paint job, this car is going to be looking brand new again. In episode 2, we are tearing the car down and getting it ready for paint. We met with our local paint shop before stripping the car down to figure out what should and what shouldn't be on the car when bringing the car into the body shop.
I'm Scott Hubbard with the Research and Development Department. We've developed solutions for common issues on these Mustangs, test fit parts and new products. Since Tyler sold the car, I've known some of the other owners, and so I've got to work on it for some of them now and again. And whenever I seen that LMR bought the car, I was happy that the car would finally get some attention that it deserves, and got involved with helping Tyler disassemble this thing for paint.
We started by removing the door panel inserts, switches, and door panels. While I was working on the doors, Hubbard started to remove the windshield wipers, wiper arms, and cowl vent grille. With the door panel removed, we were able to access and remove the speakers, moisture barrier, and secure any wires to the door skin to keep them out of the way. This allowed for some money savings on the labor side of things while making the process much quicker so we can get this car back to the shop and on to the next part of the project. To get the car ready for paint, we're going to remove a few body panels to help show you how you can reduce labor costs and make the process much easier for your painter. We'll be removing all of the lights, mirrors, moldings, door handles, and other items that can easily be removed. Most of these items can be removed using common hand tools, and the time you put in now can help you save money in the long run. After removing the tail lights, we may have found the blinker fluid that everyone keeps talking about. These tail lights had a lot of water in them from a small crack near the top of the lens, so we're going to go ahead and scrap these lights. We then finished up some of the smaller pieces that could be removed from the exterior of the car before moving on to larger items. This included side skirts, moldings, all of the exterior emblems, and much more. With all of the small stuff out of the way, it was time to get the car on the lift so that we could remove some of the larger body parts. We started by removing the front fender splash shields in preparation for removing the fenders and bumper. From here, we removed the bumper assembly and the bumper absorber from the front of the car. We then lowered the car back down to access the fender hardware. Once removed, we were able to remove both front fenders. With the front end body panels removed, we raised the car back up to reinstall the wheels and move on to the next step in the disassembly process. We went ahead and also removed some of the interior components before shipping it off to paint so we can get a jump start on working on the interior. We started by taking out the passenger seat, as this would allow us to easily access the rest of the interior that needed to be removed. We also removed the map light, sun visors, and headliner. While I won't go into too many details of the interior just yet, know it's something to be looking forward to in the future. The factory headliners on these cars are held on by an adhesive, so keep this in mind if you plan on going back in with this after paint if you choose to remove it. Since we planned on removing the carpet, the center console was removed as well. The driver's seat and door sills were removed, along with unclipping the rear seat bottom to allow for the carpet to be fully removed. As you can tell, this carpet has definitely seen better days, so a new set of carpet is going on our list for the interior. With the carpet taken out, the rear seats were fully removed, leaving us with just the dash installed, which would be left in when going to paint. Now that we got the car stripped down for paint, there were still a few things that had to get done. And I've got to admit, I would have never thought I would see the car in this stage, so it is pretty exciting to see that the car is getting the attention that it deserves. Since we had the car stripped down and we wanted to make sure we took it to the paint shop in the best condition we could, we took the time to power wash the entire body. We covered the coil arm plugs, air filter, and other sensitive electronics and went to work. We started at the front of the car, making sure to get behind all of the body panels and worked our way towards the back. With years of buildup, especially in areas that you normally don't see when the car is fully assembled, there was plenty of work to do. Since this car had some body damage on the fenders and the front bumper had seen some better days, we're going with replacement fenders and a replacement V6 GT bumper to mate up perfectly to the hood that we are using. The cowl hood that came on the car is a great aggressive look, but for the purpose of this car, we opted for Savini's 0304 Cobra hood for a sleeker look. This specific hood is designed for V6 GT bumpers, as factory 0304 Cobra hoods usually have a little gap when installed on a GT V6 bumper. Since we were wanting to get the body panels on before heading to paint to verify fitment, we had Uncle Ted lend a hand to ensure everything was lined up perfectly. You may remember Uncle Ted from our Project Mercury Rising series where we restored his ASC McLaren. With Ted's long history of automotive bodywork, he was quickly able to get the new hood, bumper, and fender aligned perfectly. With the car stripped down and everything correctly labeled for easy reassembly, the car is ready to be sent off to paint. For those of you who may be wondering, we are going to have the car resprayed in competition orange because, I mean, who doesn't love a competition orange new edge? The next time you see Keeping Comp, it is going to be free of any body blemishes and sporting a new coat of bright competition orange paint. In episode 3, you will get an inside look of the car being prepped and painted by our good friends at Anderson Collision. So until next time, keep it right here with the real Mustang enthusiasts, LMR.com.